Guys, so today we're going to be looking at merge sort. So in merge sort, basically the list of numbers that's been given basically gets split up until it's all one digit, and then it gets put back together so that it's sorted. So here we go. Okay, so over here you can see another program. So today we're going to be looking at merge sorting. So merge sorting is basically when I have a list. So for example here, I'll run it. And then I'll say 4, 3, -2, sorry about that. So 4, 3, -2, 0, and 88. And then end. So here I have a list, and then it basically just sorts it. So that's the program. And basically what it does is that it like splits the list. So it will split this entire list. So for example, it'll take like 4 and 3 away and this away. Then it'll sort 4 and 3, and then it'll sort these three numbers, and then it'll put back together. So it keeps splitting until it's one digit, and then it basically puts the list back together. So here I've said DEF splitting x. So x is basically the argument inside. Then if the length of x, so here in this case the original list is x. So if the length of x, so if I have 6 numbers, is smaller or equal to 1, which it's not, then it goes into separating. After that, we have length of x, so 6, floor division 2. In floor division, so basically, you know that 6 by 2 is 3. But if it was, for example, 5 by 2, then that's 2.5. But it'll keep it as 2 and take away the 0.5 bit. So then you're left with only 2 if it's 5 numbers. Because you can't really separate like a specific number in like half kind of. So basically I have 6, so then this 3. After that is, so here the colon is on this side, so the colon is on the left side. So basically if I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then because it's 3, that means that 2, 3, 4 will go into LP because it's on the left side, and then the rest of the numbers will go into RP. Then I'm calling the function within itself, so the function is called splitting, and here I'm calling splitting and putting LP as the argument. Then it's going to go here, so it's going to run again, and then until it's on one digit. So until we're left with 2, because that was the first number in our list that we just took. So then we're left with 2, and then after that, once it's returned, then here it goes, and then it goes to here. It goes like after LP. So then it goes to RP, and then it runs again. And then return list arranging LP comma RP. So then I'm calling the next function, which is called arranging. So basically this function was to split. That's why I've called it splitting. And this function is for arranging it and like sorting it. That's why I've called it arranging. So then LP becomes LS and RP becomes RS. Then CS basically so CS is basically the completely sorted, so that's what it stands for, completely sorted. So while the length of LS is not equal to 0 and the length of RS is not equal to 0, so the reason it could end up as 0 is because I'm removing it here. So while it's not equal to 0, then if LS, the first, so index 0, is smaller than RS index 0, then I'm appending this. So, and then I'm removing that so that the next one can come in, like the next part of the list can come in and get appended into the completely sorted list. And then else, so if LS index 0 is not smaller than RS index 0, which basically means RS index 0 is bigger than LS index 0, then I'm appending RS in. And then if the length of LS is equal to 0, then I'm putting RS into completely sorted, because both of the lists can never be empty at the exact same time. So then if the length of that is equal to 0, and then I put in the RS, but then if not, so I'm using else and not elif because then it's obviously going to be RS equal to 0, because basically if RS was not equal to 0, then I would have gone into the while loop, but then else is also not equal to 0, which basically means that RS is equal to 0. So basically I do CS equal to CS plus ls because both of them cannot be empty at the same time, and then return CS. And then it goes here and then gets printed out. So basically, if I run this and enter a bunch of values, so then I get the original list, which was 4, 2, 0, 22, 99, minus 44, and minus 10,000. Then we have negative 10,000, negative 44, 0, 2, 4, 22, and 99. So then it basically gets sorted.